On the 17th, a Saturday of January 2026. We're having a look at NGC 1161 and its neighbor, but we're not blocking the aperture. I do not believe. I am going to double check. We're deep down into Fornax for our next study. This is NGC 1201 Galaxy, magnitude 10.7. Looked like shifting everything up when I went to NGC 1061 is now shifted everything down. I may go ahead and redo a modeling on this. It's magnitude 10.7, 3.3 by 1.9 arc minutes. Spiral with a lowercase a, 73 million light years distant, puts it at about 40,000 light years in diameter. We're at RA 3047 with a declination of minus 260410. Okay, we're up into Perseus again, nice star field, and for NGC 1207, a galaxy. It's visible right about there, so not bad. Magnitude 12.6, 2.3 by 1.6 arc minute. Has an angularity. We're not quite making it out. It's a spiral with a lowercase b, 216 million light years distant, means it's about 160,000 light years in diameter. It's got a star impinging on it. Can push this up to see if we can make out the angularity. I do believe we are getting hints of a frontier on NGC 1207. That angularity would be about magnitude 16.6 to be able to delineate it like that. Okay, down to NGC 1208, a brightish galaxy. I did adjust the focus a little bit. I had to do it kind of randomly and hoped that it would turn out reasonably well. It's a galaxy in Eridanus, magnitude 14, rather large for a 14, 1.9 by 0.9 arc minute, spiral with lowercase a, 197 million light years distant, puts it at about 120,000 light years in diameter. RA 30611 with a declination of minus 93228. There's our 150x view. The stars still look a little globular. Okay, we're on to NGC 1209. I did a little more of adjustment in the focus. We're getting stacked, so it must be pretty tight. NGC 1209 at 75x is magnitude 11.4, 2.2 by 1.1 galaxy in Eridanus. It's an elliptical class 5, rather edgy on appearing for an elliptical. 117 million light years distant, puts it about 70,000 light years in diameter. RA is 30603, declination minus 15, 36, 41. Stars do look a little bit better, don't they? NGC 1211 is near the celestial equator, quite apparent. Magnitude 12.3, 2.1 by 1.9 arc minute. It is a spiral with a bar, but it's a lenticular A, half removed from fully mature spiral, 143 million light years distant. RA 30652, declination minus 47 minutes 42 seconds. Not a bad view. NGC 1214 is a galaxy in Eridanus, magnitude 14. Look for an edge on, 1.3 by 0.3 arc minute, spiral of the lowercase a, should have a core. 213 million light years distant, means it's probably about 70,000 light years in diameter. To RA 30656 with a declination of minus 93240, and there's an Edgeon right there. There's another one there. So you pick them. Let's run them up and get them all these galaxies in the field. Okay, we're up into the whale now. NGC 1218 is a galaxy in Cetus, right there, centered in the field. Magnitude 12.7, 1.3 by 1 arc minute, spiral with a lowercase a. 386 million light years distant. This galaxy is probably somewhere around 120,000 light years in diameter. RA 30826 with a declination of plus 4 degrees, 6 minutes 39 seconds. Not quite in the sky's middle third, but not bad at all. A couple of degrees further south in Cetus, we should be turning up. NGC 1219, galaxy, magnitude 13, Face on 1.2 by 1.2 arc minutes, but you might not be able to tell. Spiral with a lowercase c, 273 million light years distant, maybe 85,000 light years in diameter. RA 308.28, declination plus 206.29. NGC1222 is quite visible in the 30x field and getting brighter. Let's push it up a little bit, all the way up. This is not too bad. Maybe the focus is better. Magnitude 12.5, 0.8 by 0.6 arc minute, lenticular spiral, 107 million light years distant. This is probably not much more than 40K in diameter. RA 308.56, declination minus 257.18. Back up into Perseus for NGC 1226. It's a galaxy, magnitude 12.9, 2.1 by 1.9 arc minute. Elliptical, 279 million light years distant. RA 311.05, declination plus 35.23.11. You can see it right there. NGC 1232 is visible in the fields. Galaxy in Eridanus, magnitude 9.9. Looks like we can almost make out its frontier. 7.1 by 6.3 arc minutes. Spiral with a lowercase c, not much of a core. 74 million light years distant. RA 309.45 with a declination of minus 20.34.46. Too bad it's so far south, but there we have a view at 150x. NGC 1232 has an A. Look for it. Boy, you can see the spiral arms there. We're getting lots of stacks now, of course, because I didn't shift. NGC 1233 is very close to that bright star where we had an earlier view. We're looking for a galaxy in Perseus. It's also NGC 1235. Skip that one, of course. 13.2 magnitude. Should be visible. 1.8 by 0.6. Yes, indeed. Spiral with a lowercase b, 206 million light years distant. RA 312.33, declination plus 39.19.06. And skipping a star, we're on to NGC 1241, a galaxy in Eridanus, magnitude 12. Nice, 3.2 by 2.1 arc minute. Starting to come out now. Definitely has a neighbor. 182 million light years distant puts this at about 150,000 light years. MFCA 31 size. RA 311.14 with a declination of minus 8.55.20. Here we should be seeing NGC 1247, a galaxy in Eridanus. Boy, it's quite severely edge on. Very severely. This one is magnitude, NGC 1247 is magnitude 12.5. 3.4 by 0.5 arc minutes. Wow, that's like a 7:1 aspect ratio. Spiral, lowercase bc, 176 million light years distant. Puts it about 180 to 200,000 light years in diameter. RA is 312.14 with a declination of minus 10.28.51. Let's push it up. There seems to be an echo of it over here. Okay, we're getting a bit of an early start. It's now 10 minutes to 6, and with sidereal time progressing as the season goes on, this is the best I can do. Actually, we're starting with NGC 50, a galaxy in Perseus. I will be pursuing all the far northern galaxies first. It's magnitude 12.8, should be somewhere on the screen. Edgy on 2.1 by 0.9 arc minute lenticular spiral, and I think we are seeing it right in the center. I did do an alignment to Murphak in Perseus. So here is our 100% view. Not bad on the stars. We are getting lots of stacks, none ignored. Doesn't look like an edgy on to me, however, but I must push on. Once again, lenticular spiral, 278 million light years distant, RA 315.21 with a declination of plus 41.21.18. It's NGC 1272. There could be a brighter one. In Perseus, magnitude 11.8, 2.2 by 2 arc minute lenticular, class 0, of course. 182 million light years distant, puts it about 110,000 light years in diameter. It's near the core of this group. There is, in fact, an even brighter galaxy in the Perseus group, NGC 1275, probably this one here. Magnitude 11.9, 2.3 by 1.6 arc minutes, satisfies me. Lenticular spiral, 239 million light years distant, probably about 180,000 light years in diameter. RA3, 1948, declination plus 41, 30, 42. Reoriented from this one here, but I can see at least, I don't know, maybe 10 galaxies in this field. I believe NGC 1293 takes us outside the galaxy group a little ways in Perseus, magnitude 13.4, 0.9 by 0.9 arc minutes. I may be mistaken. Elliptical up 0. 190 million light years distant. RA 32126 with, there seem to be quite a few galaxies present here too. Might be quite extensive. With a declination of plus 41, 23, 33. Okay, I want to let you know that I've gone through some 22 galaxies as part of this Perseus group of galaxies. This is the fine view right here at 75x, nice tight stars. You can see some galaxies spread across the field. The earlier group was way down here, further to the west, and now we've got our more eastern group of galaxies there. I think we've done a pretty good job of working around the problem of the roof tries and the fact that everything due north is culminating and could easily be blocked aperture-wise. Now it's time to mostly go on to Eridanus, some in Cetus, and a couple in Fornax for the rest of the studies. Once again, there were 22 galaxies, and I believe there are 20 further south for us to go after now. All right, we begin at NGC 1253, 1251, and 2 were both anomalous, bogus studies. NGC 1253, I'm hoping, is this nice edge-on galaxy right there. Beautiful. In Eridanus, magnitude 11.7 makes sense. Let's check out that aspect ratio, 5.3 to 2.3 arc minutes in size. Let's begin with this 150x view. Spiral with a bar, lowercase c, so not much of a core. 73 million light years distant puts it at about 110,000 light years in diameter, larger than Milky Way, which I believe is somewhere around 90,000, by the way. Right ascension is 3:14:09. Declination is minus 2 degrees, 49 minutes and 22 seconds. Since we're further south, I might as well play with the histogram a little bit, darkening it up. There is our 150x view and our more artistic 75x view of NGC 1253. Alrighty then, definitely a better view of Jupiter and the belts with some sense of crenulations along the edges. This is even through F4 El Quattro at some 300x. I could play with the exposure time a little bit. Let me do that. Okay, I set the exposure time to 891 microseconds with a gain of 388, about midway, slightly right in the field. Not a bad view. Surprisingly good view. The optics must be quite good in fast F4 El Quattro 150 millimeters. And of course, Jupiter is not very well progressed, maybe 30-35 degrees above the north eastern horizon. With that, I'm going to say carpe.